Good morning and happy Monday. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your morning. I'm super grateful to be alive today. I'm feeling great, just finishing up a workout here. And the message I have for you this morning is for you parents with teenagers at home. Now, raising kids as it is hard, but then you hit this level of teenager stage and it's just a whole other level, right? And so, the message here is this: control your emotions. Don't let them get the best of you, right? As an example, I have a teenage son at home. And, sometimes you might find yourself in these scenarios with your kids where, maybe they're making mistakes, they made a mistake or whatever it is as they're going to, as we all do as adults. And sometimes you're trying to, set consequences for these mistakes, and it's hard to get them to see eye to eye. So there's a couple of things to this, right? First, you just got to jump back in time and remember what it was being like, being a 16-year-old or being a teenage kid. You thought you knew it all. There was sometimes this whatever attitude, just some of the things that come with being a teenager. So that's one. Just remember what it felt like. Secondly, just remind yourself that you are the adult in the situation, and so it's not your job to argue back and forth why something is not okay, why it was a mistake, so forth and so forth. It is a battle that you will lose every single time. You're battling a teenager who's got nothing to lose in their world, right? They've got nothing to lose. And so, if you start letting your emotions get the best of you and you're going back and forth with your children, with your teenagers, again, it's just a battle you're not going to lose, right? And so that's what I mean by not letting your emotions get the best of you. You'll argue back and forth all day long. You won't get them to see eye to eye most of the times, right? But that's not the point. If teenagers had it all figured out, if kids had it all figured out, they wouldn't need parents, right? So your job, most importantly as a parent, is just to say, okay, this is why this is not okay. This is why this is a mistake. Here's the consequence. And then in due time, maybe they learn a lesson from it, right? But, it's not always going to be that way. And sometimes they're just never going to see the point. But as we all did, you grow up, you start to look back at it. And then a lot of things you're like, gosh, my parents were right, and so forth and so forth. But I think what it comes down to is this. I think generally speaking, we're seeing our younger selves in our children. They're our blood. They come from us. And so, it's like when you've lived so many more years, you're trying to help them avoid mistakes and, learn lessons that maybe you had gone through or mistakes you made, just to try to save them headaches, time, this and that. So again, parents, remember, control your emotions. It's hard, especially with a teenager. If you're arguing back and forth, it's just not going to do you any good. Just remind yourself that you're a parent. Just remember what it felt like being a teenager, and just know your sole responsibility is just, if there's something they're not doing that's okay, then just say, these are the consequences, this is why, and then that's it. You move on. Just don't get into the stage of just battling. So hopefully that helps any parents out there. I hope you have a great rest of your day.